discussed yesterday as to how Caliban was describing his pain in front of Prospero, forgetting about the fact that he had tried to violate the honor of Miranda. And Prospero recalled and made the audience aware also as to why he is treating Caliban in such a manner that he should not be considered a wicked and cruel magician like that of Sycorax. What he said, that thou must most lying slave, whom stripes may move, not kindness. So he says that he is the most wicked slave whom stripes may move, whom only hitting can move, not kindness. I have used thee, filth as thou art. I am treating you as a filth. I am treating you as a filth because you are a filth. With human care and lodge thee in mine own cell. According to Prospero, he has given lot much of human care as well as lot much of nurture, and lodged thee and kept you in mine own cell, in mine own area where I used to stay. Till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child, till you tried to violate or to seek the opportunity to violate the honor of my child. Caliban, oh, wouldn't had been done, thou didst prevent me. I had peopled else this island with Calibans. Oh, wouldn't have been done. So, here what Caliban is trying to say. Caliban is trying to say, oh, you prevented me to violate the honor of your daughter. Had I been successful in doing so, I would have filled this island with my sort of Calibans. So, Caliban is becoming more ignoble. We will say his thoughts are really filthy now. And what he is trying to say, oh, wouldn't have been done. Yeah, it was not done. Thou prevented me, you prevent me. I had peopled else. If you would have allowed me to do so, I would have filled up this area with Calibans. Mirinda, abhorred slave, hateful slave, abhorred slave, hateful slave, which any print of goodness will not take. Which any print of goodness will not take, definitely will not take any sort of impression of goodness, will not be taking any sort of impression of goodness. Being capable of an ill, I pitied thee. Being capable of an ill in the sense I felt you, that you are really sick. I pitied thee, I have shown pity on you, took pains to make thee speak, took pains to make you speak up. Now remember, in some of the books, this speech is given as the heading for Miranda's speech, but it is Prospero's speech. Make a proper correction. Abhorred slave, hateful slave, which any print of goodness will not take any impression of goodness. You will never ever take any impression of goodness. Being capable of an ill, I pitied you. I thought that you are ill. I pitied you. I have shown my pity towards you. I have shown my pity towards you. Took pain to make thee speak. I have taken rigorous pain so that you learn my language. I have taken rigorous pain so that you can learn my language, taught thee each hour. I took pains in order to teach you every hour. I took pains in order to teach you every hour one thing or other. When you did not savage, know thine own meaning, one thing or other. I kept you most of the time teaching, recognizing, making you recognize one thing or other. When you did not savage, now thine own meaning. When you were really wild, when you were really wild and you were really not aware of your own feeling. When you were really wild and you were not aware of your own feeling, own meaning, own language, but wouldn't gabble like a thing most brutish. But you used to emit the words like a very brutal thing, like a very wicked and devil. You used to emit the words which no one used to understand, which no one used to understand. I endowed thy purposes with words. Whatever you wanted to speak up, you used to gabble. Whatever you wanted to speak up, you used to gabble, and I gave your ununderstood language the meaningful words. I gave your ununderstanding language meaningful words, but thy vile race, thou did learn had that in it which good natures could not abide be with, but thy vile race, but the race to which you belong. But the race to which you belong, thou did learn, had that in it which good natures cannot abide be with. You have such type of nature. You have such type of nature that good natures cannot be inculcated in you, that good natures can never be inculcated in you. Therefore was thou deservedly confined to this rock. Therefore I have confined you to this rock. Therefore I have confined you to this rock, who had deserved more than a prison. Although you should have been in a prison, still or yet I kept you confined to this rock. So here Prospero, what he is saying, you are the most abhorred slave. Abhorred is hateful slave, which any print of goodness will not take. You will definitely never ever take any impression of goodness. Being capable of an ill, I thought that you are ill. I pitied you. I have shown you pity. Took pains to make thee speak. I have taken lot many pains to make you speak. Taught thee each hour. I make you speak each hour one thing or other. When you were really not able to speak or express yourself, you were really wild. Know thine own meaning. You were really not able to express through your words, and you were really not able to understand what you are willing to say, but would gabble like a thing most brutish. You used to keep on speaking like a thing which was most brutish. I had endowed thy purposes. I made your language filled with purposes and words, and made them known. But thy vile race, but your race, though thou did learn, hardened in which good natures could not abide be with. Although you have learned, but good natures are not incorporated in it. Good natures are not incorporated in your behavior. You have learned the language, but you have not learned the good thing. Therefore was thou deservedly confined into this rock. Therefore you are confined to this rock, who had deserved more than a prison. You actually deserved more than a prison. Caliban, you taught me language, and my profit on it is I know how to curse. The red plague rid you for learning me your language. So Caliban says, yes, definitely, of course, you taught me your language, and I will use this language to abuse you. तुमने मुझे लैंग्वेज ज़रूर सिखाई, और इस लैंग्वेज का यूज़ मैं करूँगा तुम्हें अब्यूज़ करने के लिए. You taught me language, and I'll use this language to abuse on you, and how to curse you. I really hope that red plague may fall upon you. Red plague, in the sense, may your body be filled with red spots. Prospero, hag seed hence, hag seed, you are real son of witch. Hag seed, you are a real son of witch. Fetch us in fuel and be quick, thou best, to answer other business. Go and bring some fuel. Underline this, may come as an immediate question as to what was the instruction given by Prospero to Caliban. Fetch us in fuel, go and bring us fuel and be quick. Thou best to answer other business. You are not at all good to answer other business. You are not at all good to answer other business. Shrug thou malice, if thou neglect or does unwillingly what I command, I'll rack thee with old cramps. Prospero again threatens him thereby, saying that if you will not follow what I am saying, if you will not follow what I am saying, I will fill your body with pains, fill all thy bones with aches, make thee roar, make you cry, that beasts shall tremble at thy din. That beasts shall tremble at thy din, in the sense, now Prospero, hag seed hence, fetch us and fuel, fetch us and fuel, go and bring fuel for us. Be quick, thou best to answer other business. You are not at all good to answer any other business. Shruggest thou malice, curse should fall on you. Shruggest thou malice, curse should fall on you. And do not shrug your shoulders. Do not shrug your shoulders if I ask you to do something. Do not shrug your shoulders if I ask you to do something. If you neglect or does unwillingly, if you are really reluctant to work out anything, what I command, I'll rack thee with old cramps, I'll fill your body with old pains, fill your bones with aches, and make you cry, that even the beast will tremble at your noise. Even the beast will tremble at your noise.